It's a little before 2. I just woke up. As we can see, the temperature has come up enough that the snow is gone, and fairly quickly. But that was enough to put my head in a vice overnight. Again, if you're really focused on science, you look at the evidence and then you draw connections and then you try to come up with a mechanism. You don't rule out, patterns before you even look at them. Um, I don't have a mechanism. I don't understand it, but I think the correlation is absolutely clear. Something I was wondering about when I went to sleep last night, if I might be connected to the idea of seasickness. I think it's probably basically the same thing, but um, I don't know. I know that it's gonna get cold over the next couple of days, so I need to take advantage of the warmth. Go out, get some groceries. So I actually need to get a bit of a move on it before I run out of time. Once again, you have to note the extreme temperature shifts. It's 16 degrees out right now, which is no doubt warmer than the rest of Canada, and unseasonably warm. I mean, it's just a little early. If it was next week, it wouldn't be so crazy. But February is a bit much. But either way, it's just extreme shifts. It's, you wonder why, maybe it's an explanation as to why Canadians are so insane. It's like bipolar weather. We'll be out there in a second and you'll see. It's just, you know, compared to, I think it was 2 days ago, I was out in the snow, and you'll see what it's like now. See, look at this, like 2 days. In fact, I could even take my little sweater off. This is t-shirt weather. It's all relative, right? So it's t-shirt weather in February, but it would be rather cold if it was August, right? You adjust to it as it goes up and down, but yeah. It was freezing. Actually, it never was freezing, but it was clearly winter, just like yesterday, pretty much. So that was a highly productive first run on the groceries. In fact, I got just about everything there is, including some fresh strawberries, which is a nice treat. It's been a few months. I made sure I got lots because they were at a decent price. I forgot to get backups on the frozen though, so I will need to do that. But I mean, I got almost everything, and almost everything a while back. Like for example, I like to keep a mustard and a backup mustard. The backup needs to be replaced soon, so I got that. Right. Same thing with the salsa. I didn't get any mayo, but it's gonna be the same thing. So this is it looks like I'm gonna get just about everything done in one day again, which I love doing. The only thing I'm gonna need to make sure I catch up on a little bit later on are some bagels, which I mean you can't. If you buy bagels a month and a half in advance, they go bad. And the same thing with the bananas. So I'm gonna take another run sometime near the end of next week, and every week or so to get things like bananas and bagels. But that was almost everything, and actually relatively cheaply. I need to take a second run to get some cheese and some coffee. In fact, they had coffee was on sale there. Just about everything was on sale there. That was why everything was good today. Everything was on sale, but I mean they were out of coffee and they were out of juice. So I'm gonna. It looks like I'm gonna come out ahead this month, which is nice because I've been behind on my grocery bills for the last forever. It was always junk food. Last month it was like cleaning supplies and stuff, right? So, yeah, I gotta. It's actually quite nice out, but they're calling for rain, so it'd be nice if I can get in and out before it rains. I'm actually sweating. February, and it's warm enough out that I'm sweating. It's nice. Shopping cart returned. It is beautiful but windy. You can see the snow is. What was again? It's hard to get over how quickly it goes, right? It's not just. I mean, the seasons change, and places where seasons change, and we have seasons and they change, but it's just like how fast it was. You know, it was spring one day, winter the next day, and spring the day after that. Amazing. Anyways, it's nice, but it's windy. A little bit before 4, I'm gonna walk down to do what I hope is the final phase of this week's grocery shopping. Like I say, minus the odd thing I need to do throughout the week. But this is actually this is going to be fairly total due to the large amount of strawberries that I picked up. So often it's the strawberries that I gotta go looking for every few weeks. That looks like it's a problem that's solved for this month. It's just going to be like bananas and bread. I can't. That might actually be literal. Well, I'll need to get some salami somewhere midway through the month too. But it's minor things. So if I can get through the day with less than $150, that means I'm making good on my monthly budget this month, which is, like I say, a very nice change. I got 10 minutes up here, and I'm gonna put this way. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's nice. That was okay. I didn't have any coffee, like at all. Strangely, well, they had the like stupidly priced Tim Hortons stuff. It's like the same price as if you buy it in the store. In which case, why not? Yeah, you can make me a coffee if you're not charging the same price. No, honestly, they worth the cost of labor into their it's absurd. And like it's literally twice as much as any other coffee because they do that. It's just like outrageous. Anyways, so yeah, they didn't have any coffee there. They had tomatoes, but they were expensive and crappy. The tomatoes at the other place were actually priced well. It's just they looked kind of soft. So I'm gonna drop by there on the way back, and hopefully, hopefully they've got some coffee out, and hopefully they've got some more tomatoes that are a little less that aren't quite so soft. So let's try that. They didn't have coffee there. Well, I mentioned this before, as they had coffee, but it was on sale, so it was just gone. So they're all out. I'll come back in a few days. It's not a big deal. I've got, well, I actually have more than a container left, so it wasn't an immediate requirement. I can wait, but I did get some tomatoes. They were not in the best shape, but they're cheap, so you take it for what it is. I suppose I could have waited until tomorrow and walked down to the other market, but I didn't really want to do that. If it was another month forward in the weather schedule, more spring-like, I probably would have, but I don't know if it's gonna be nice next week or what. I would expect that with all the bipolar weather, it'll probably get cold again. So it's just get it done with kind of thing. Yeah. So I'll be home in a few minutes, and I gotta eat. I'm a day behind on schedule, and then get to work. What am I gonna get done today? I think I'm in the sweet spot. I managed to get myself to that sweet spot that I've been trying to get to for a couple days. And I should be able to just, quickly run through a bunch of stuff. I wanted to make a choice by the end of the weekend sort of thing. So I think that today's going to be a long day. I might even lose tomorrow kind of thing. We'll see where I'm at by the time my next sleep sort of thing. It's gorgeous out. It'd be so nice if it stayed like that. It's not going to. In fact, I'm thinking that I might have to skip the Julia Holter show because the long range has the overnights at -15, which is a little over the top for this time of year. It's just the weather's all over the place, you know, like 30, 40 degrees within a few days. But I mean, that's not unusual for this area. It's just, you know, I seem to be poorly designed for that. You know, designed, whatever that even means. But I think that where I need to end up, my ideal climate needs to be somewhere that's very stable, where there's not large shifts in the weather, where it's kind of more or less the same all the time. A spot like that would be Vancouver, or maybe even London, England. These are areas where there's not large changes, and I think that would really probably be good for both my physical health and my mental health. There's not programs set up to move people around. I basically, unless something, you know, unusual happens and unexpected happens, I'm basically stuck in Ontario. I say stuck. It's probably the best place to live in the world. So, hey, I'm not complaining so much, but the weather does just wreak havoc on me. So if I could find some way to make it more stable, that would be so nice. I have some budgeting to do. I got to pay my phone bill finally. I wanted to do that last month, but this month it needs to get paid this month. I need to get something to eat, and I guess I get back to work. But it is so nice to walk out. You know, it's. I think the weather forecast said 16, but it was. I think it probably got close to 18. It's barbecue weather. You know, it's nice. But you know, it's February and it's Canada, so it's actually almost March. But it's just a taste. There's still going to be winter left here, unfortunately. Okay, so in order to explain my next garbage drop, I need to tell you how I deal with my strawberries. I bought 4 containers of strawberries. So that's, I guess, a little under 2 kilograms. Or is it 2 pounds? It's, yeah. Well, it's 64 ounces and a little under 2 kilograms of strawberries. So that's a significant amount. What I do is I put them in my strainer here, and I wash them, because, you know, one of the nice things about strawberries is that they're antioxidants, and if you're just going to be eating a lot of pesticides, then it defeats the point. So I wash them off, and then I take the tops off. Again, can I make a salad out of that? I don't know. I maybe could. I'm not going to. Again, there's the pesticide issue, and I think it'll work better for compost. Excuse me. And then I take this, and I take the paper towel, and I dry them off, and I inspect each one. Now, I do that because, I mean, they're strawberries. If you've bought strawberries, you know how this works. You know, you get the ones that are nice and firm, which are these ones, and actually these ones as well. So, I mean, if I got 4 of them, I guess half of them were, well, maybe a little bit more than half of them were firm. Then, you know, a little bit less than a quarter of them were just a little bit soft. So, you know, these ones can wait the longest, and then those ones need to be used up second soonest. And these are the ones that were a little bit messy. Again, if you've ever bought strawberries, you know that's what it is. However, I must actually say that today's batch of strawberries was exceptional, as I bought 4 containers of strawberries, and there was not a single moldy one in it. that's actually quite impressive. The strawberries were nicely priced and of relatively good quality as well. So most of them are firm, a couple are a little soft, and these ones are in need of imminent consumption. So, I put those all away like that. And I eat them in that order. These guys first, second, and then 3 and 4. Which leaves me with this soggy strawberry paper. I could maybe recycle this. I actually don't know what the deal with recycling paper towel is. I don't really concern myself too much with it. This is biodegradable, and it's not. I don't think that recycling paper is such a big deal. I think that probably a better idea is that we should probably be making it out of hemp. Although, as you can see, I do recycle most of it. This is I would treat it like toilet paper, and just go ahead and throw it away. The bigger issue is that this is bug magnet, right? It's wet, it's sugar, and it smells. So I don't really want to put it in there. Putting it up there is less of a concern because it's up off the ground. The kinds of bugs that I get in here actually cannot fly or climb. Amazing enough, they are relegated entirely to the floor. So they're stuck on the ground and they can't get up. They've fallen and they can't get up. This is the type of bugs that exist. But yeah, so what that means is that I am going to throw away this strawberry paper towel into the bag, just like that. I mean, I could think of worse odors than strawberry to sit in the bag for a little while, although that's something I'm going to want to keep a bit of an eye on. Normally it wouldn't be in there more than a few weeks, but I mean, the flip side of that is that as soon as it dries out, it's no longer an attraction, right? So, anyways, I'm going to finish putting this away. There's a video trending about a military vet interrupting a Bill Clinton campaign rally. I'm normally doing this routine for Republican voters. Hillary supporters don't care about the military, like at all. They care entirely about domestic issues. She can blow up as many countries in Africa as she wants. It's not going to crater her at all. This is useless as a tactic, unless you're trying to hold female identity voters to the Republicans, but you might want to focus on something else. So I know ahead of time that when I point out that it's disgusting that nobody talks about civilian casualties, that I don't have an audience. That ought to be the issue here. But the Republicans won't touch it because they know their base doesn't care. And Bernie's trying to beat her in domestic politics, which is actually probably the right choice. The end result is that the real reason she should not be president is never going to get discussed. She destroyed an entire country and set the world on the path to World War III in order to get a few headlines. And she didn't even get the press she wanted. And nobody's even mentioning it. It's astounding. Truly. It's a little after 1 o'clock, and I've been just spinning out for days here. I guess Friday was a little bit understandable because of I went to the show on Friday. And then yesterday, my head started, I could have been up pretty much all night, but, the weather fucked with me. And, Thursday and Wednesday was procrastinating. I've been just doing the same thing for days, which is, watching a video, exporting it, watching it, exporting it. And I've been watching 2 or 3 vlogs a day. I'm finally, a bunch of days forward. I'm up to the end of next week. Although I'm still a few days behind. So, I think that I'm going to stop for the night. stop doing editing stuff for the night, and really focus strongly on what I'm actually doing. Um, my vlogs for the last couple of days are like there's no title on them. It's like 45 minutes worth of reacting and like a 5-minute discussion that I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. So it's like this is like I'm just floating right now, and this is what I didn't want to have happen. I didn't want to get caught in a vlog. I mean, vlogging is not my life. I don't want it to be my life. This is not something I want to I was very clear when I set this up that I'm not doing this as a source of income. I'm doing this as a source of promotion. And I would find, I mean, even discounting the fact that this is like the Seinfeld vlog, right? It's the vlog about nothing. I wouldn't, like, I need something more productive in my life than, talking about what I'm doing into a camera. But, you get behind and they're long, and it's, see, the flip side of it is that the reactions are, I mean, they're substantial. It's just, it used to take me 10 minutes to type it up. Now it's taking me like all day to rant it out and then, render it and then watch it and upload it, and it's, so I don't know. I know that this is far more time consuming than I wanted it to be. And I'm generating far more material than I intended to. I know it's partly the election cycle, and I know that if I pull back, then I mean the amount of ranting is going to decrease. So, I had that one vlog on a few days ago that was just like 2 minutes long. Frankly, I'd be happy if that's what the rest of the week is like, although I doubt it. I think that if I can keep the reactions down, at the least, that's a big step forward. And yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna put editing aside, and I am going to see if I can hopefully start a long process of clearing out. It's Monday now officially. I want this to be a 2-day vlog, meaning that I'd like to be awake, 20 hours from now, and really have pushed very far forward in the clear off. So that's what I really need to do, is I need to catch up through a very long period of just wiping. So that's my goal. I want to have my secondary profile wiped down by the end of the night. And I also want to have my emails cleared out at the end of the night. So by the time I sleep next, which won't be night, it'll be tomorrow afternoon, but that's my intent right here. And I'm going to get going. It's about 7 o'clock, and I've been forcing myself to stay up for a bit, so my long day isn't going to work out after all, is it? There's still a little bit on the front page, but it's connected to readouts that haven't come up yet, so they'll have to sit there, and I'll be happy if that's basically what that is from this point onwards. The difference is that I'm forward on the vlogs when I wake up tomorrow, and I can just get to it. So that's the plan. Is I need to crash, and when I get up, I can get to doing some work in clearing off the email part of this, which is going to be the last phase of it. I also have the watch later list, but that's going to be connected to the browser history part of it, which will be moving over to the next section.